Hey, what's up, you guys? The commissioner speaking, and yes, it is hella late. It is Friday. We already had the Thursday night game go through, but sorry, guys, I haven't had a chance to give you guys the update. But yeah, so week nine was definitely computer shush. Week nine was definitely an odd one. I would say some of the big teams ended up losing. Like I beat Aaron, the number what was the number one team at that time? Terrence lost to Teresa. What's up? But anyways, there's lots of weird things happened this week. But hey, must go on. And guess what? We're on to week 10, double digits, guys. So season's ending very soon. So all right, guys, let's get right to it. I know you guys been waiting for a while. So our quarterback this week was freaking scorching hot. Check it out. Freaking Drew Brees, man. 4 touchdowns, 346 yards, 67.92. That's crazy. Alvin, there you go, buddy. Oh, the running back, another hot one. Check it out. Freaking Kareem Hunt too, man. 91 yards rushing, 50 yards receiving, and 3 total touchdowns for 52.6 points. That is super awesome. Anthony, good job. I wish I had your duo. Anthony's running with Kareem Hunt and Christian McCaffrey. Those guys are just freaking smoking it together. So that's your backbone, buddy. Keep it up. All right, let's go out to our wide receiver. Michael freaking Thomas. That guy, 211 yards, 12 receptions, 1 touchdown, 53.10 points. Gabriel, everybody's having everybody needs to have at least one dominant player in their team. And, well, that's not even Gabriel's highlight. He's got fucking Connor and, what's his name? What's his name? The Giants rookie running back Barkley. Sorry, I brain farted. But so yeah, Michael Thomas has used a bonus from him. So good job on that game. Good team. Back to back tight end. Remember last week's? He's doing it again. Check it out. Travis Kelsey, back to back appearances here. 99 yards, 2 touchdowns, 30.90 fantasy points. So the last, 2 weeks prior to that, the Titans haven't done too much, but this time 30 points, that's really solid for a tight end. So good job on that. Oh, speaking of back to back, well, first, check out the kicker. Yep. So I gave it to my dude, Cody Parkey, for having 5 extra points and 2 field goals for 18 points. But that was actually a tie with Will Lutz. Will Lutz was last week's top kicker. So he actually tied with Cody Parkey this week. So yeah, that's it's only 18 points. So it's not the biggest turnout when it comes to kickers, but not bad. I'll take it. And speaking of taking, check out what the almost I won't wait the name, but just check out the defense first. I think I already gave it away. Oh well. Yep, the Bears, man. 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, 1 fumble, 2 defensive touchdowns for 54 points. So that's Tony's defense. Good job, Tony. Speaking of Tony, you and I this week, buddy. All right, so those are our top positions for this week. I wanted to emphasize one extra thing before we get to our weekly awards. And I know we're super late, and I know all kinds of things already happened, and we already had a game from week 10 already go through, but we had to obviously cover last week's. But remember, last week we gave you guys the your team strength, so I want to build up on that and show you this week's team strength. So some of them already changed. Some of them made it deeper into the negative numbers, and some made it into positives, even bigger. So we have a new number one. Check it out, or team strength. Yep. So Cody has taken the reign as the top team strength team. Yeah, Alvin, buddy, negative 289 points. That's pretty tough to beat, man. But anyway, basing those points, I wanted to do a new little thing, and I'm trying to make it short this time, so Anthony, don't be complaining. But this is a new what I call the or matchups rankings. So as in like I look at the matchups for week 10, and I see how difficult it should be based on your team strengths or your opponent's team strength. So check out what I found. It's pretty cool. I know, right? So if you guys don't understand it, I use a team strength ranking, as in like if you know, like for example, Cody's at number one and Alvin's down at the bottom at 12. So depending on how you're versing, so for example, Tony and I are versing each other, right? So I got the fifth rank, and he's got eight. So that's 3 ranks off. So basically, the smaller the number, that means you're almost the same. So in this case, for example, Aaron and Lino, they have seven ranks in between. So technically, this should be the hardest matchup of the week because for Lino to beat Aaron is supposed to be the hardest, because his Aaron's team is a lot more stronger compared to Lino's. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll build up on that as the season goes through, but I found it really interesting to kind of see like how difficult your matchup is going to be. Because obviously we could use our normal power rankings, but as you could tell, if you could be the number one power ranked team, you could still technically lose to a weaker opponent, and that's because your team strength is probably not as strong. But I'm probably confusing you anyway. But we'll build up on it. If you guys don't get it, we'll get it eventually. I think it's pretty cool to see how difficult your matches are going to be ahead of time. So, all right. So let's move on to our weekly awards. Good job on the MVT and or Donkey, which is funny because it was our or MVT last week. Now it's a Donkey. I want to say that happened in back to back already, right? We had a team win the MVT and then go to the Donkey the very week after. And in this case, it happened again. So That sucks. I know that feels horrible. And before I end my visual video, I wanted to remind you guys of a couple things. One, we do have a trade deadline. So yes, I know we haven't done any trades, and I know some of you attempted to do trades, but they get declined most of the time. It's really hard to do a trade. But the trade deadline is November 25th. So if you guys are planning to make any trades at all, November 25th is your last day to do that. And remember, we go up to week 13. So we have this current week, week 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 4 games left before we hit playoffs. And playoffs, of course, start on week 14. The top 6 teams will make playoffs. So keep that in mind. You want to be in the top 6 to make the playoffs. The bottom 6 will just match each other up and to go for the toilet bowl prize. All right, guys. So have a good week. I know we already started. I'll give you a sneak peek of next week. Big Ben. Damn. I don't even want to give you the number, but Big Ben, we all know. We've been watching. So Big Ben, big turnout for him this week. So sneak peek. Perks of doing it on freaking Friday. All right, guys. Peace out, and I'll see you all next week. All right. See ya.